following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the September 28th, wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And of course, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we're going to go look at the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, but more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free, pick up that phone. Now's not too soon. 877-927-6648. Of course, internationally, 727-445-1044. That's how you connect to us. Of course, you can send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Instant message me inside the Tiger's Den. Whatever it is you need to do, go ahead and get in touch with me. Of course, let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes, and welcome to the show. Right now, the Dow is trading up 24 points. She's trading at 18,203. S&P down 4, trading at 2155. Nasdaq Composite off 10 points, trading at 52.95. Russell is down 1.5 points. Gold is off $6. Silver's down 2 pennies. Light sweet crude up 95 cents. Leading the charge here to the upside today, you've got Amazon. That's up $11, up 1 3/10%. Insight Corp up about 5%, $4 and change. Priceline up $4. Dillard Stores up $3.50. Sarepta Therapeutics up $3.50. Not having a good day's sleep out here, though, is Tempur Sealy, right? The mattress. It's to the mattresses, and they're getting stuck to the mattresses. TPX is the tick. It's also a ticker symbol, but it can be a tipper symbol as well. This thing has tipped over. I'm not sure what is behind this move out here, sinking sales or something like that. Let's just take a look at this. Talk about islands. Is this thing at all-time highs? I don't know. Let's find out here. We're going to find out. It's really close to its all-time high as it got back into the it made an all-time high back in March. Actually, it was April of 2012. Price got, you can see what a strong resistance area this $80-ish area is. And today's another good example of that with this gap down. Big volume behind the move, 9.5 million shares. Now, the question is, where is this thing headed to? The answer, relatively simple out here. It should head back into this area in the $49-ish area. You're at $56, so it looks like this has more downside activity out there. We won't spend too much time on Tempur-Pedic, not unless you want to. AutoZone is off $11. Buffalo Wild Wings down about $6. National Beverage Corp. Fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Apparently not, because it's down nearly 13% or about $6. What we're going to do here first, yesterday, great show, a lot of fun, nice callers, looked at a number of different instruments out there. But what I didn't get to were some of the requests from prior emails. And so my apology to those of you. I've seen where one of those individuals has sent in a second request. So that second request gets right up to the top because we're going to go take a look at, let me just make sure I've got this right. I think it was really, in essence, it's the mining equities out here. My phone just went off. Have you upgraded those of you that use iPhones, have you upgraded to the new operating system? I did. Don't if you haven't. To me, this is a real pain in the tuchus, if you know what I mean out there, and I'm sure you do. But anyway, the question here is kind of look at JDST, which means that we're going to go take a look at the GDX as well. But first, JDST, let's go take a look at it. Let me make sure that I provide you with at least the information that I can on this trade out here. I won't assume anything, but very likely you are long JDST. And the better trade details certainly going to come from the GDX out here. But nonetheless, let's go take a look at our TAS market profiles. We're going to look at daily and weekly, and we can see right now that JDST, that's the Direction Daily Junior Gold Miners Index, the three-time bear position out here, right now today is trading above its daily TAS market profile. That TAS market profile is priced at 24.82. You are trading right now at 25.50. Beautiful thing. Volume behind the move, 4 million shares, which is really going against the so-called gap to the downside on September 21st. 7 million shares there. So volume, is kind of lightish. Light coming into this little bearish reversal signal out here on September 12th. That had 8.4 million shares. So, you're not coming into it with gusto. Does not mean it won't go higher. The level that you're going to be looking for with regard to PS daily resistance is going to be that TAS weekly profile high. 30.99 is going to be the number. So that is, I don't know where you're in on the trade out there. That may be all you get out of it, if in fact it can get up to that level. But that becomes your next level. If you close back below 24.82, then you've got a rejection of a level of resistance. And that says that price could easily, I don't know how easily it is, but it could easily back down to $21.51. That is a real key level of support, $21.51. Now, that is on JDST. If we go take a look at the GDX, these profiles I would feel even more comfortable with. We'll see as they populate out here. Here's what you're looking for in the JDST trade. We can see that what price has done today is it's moved down and basically tested the bottom of its daily and the bottom of its weekly TAS market profile. This is an area where you should see strong support. So, and again, I do believe, I really do believe that it is the market profiles on this ETF that are much sounder than the ones that you and I took a look at on JDST. Nonetheless, I want to go ahead and give you all of the info. What you're looking for is you are looking for a failure. And a failure means a close below the daily and the weekly profiles. 25.87, 25.83. You can see how they come together right here, and maybe strong level of support. There's nothing here to suggest that it's not a strong level of support. Volume today, inside the GDX on the way down, 24 million shares so far. Last time we were down at this area and range would be September 1st. That's your real benchmark. That's your real swing point. 131 million shares. You do not have to be a rocket scientist, a mathematician. You don't have to be anything. You don't have to be a CPA to know that we are coming down into that level with light volume. Doesn't mean you don't go test it. Doesn't mean you don't go bust through it. But it does not have the conviction that you are looking for with regard to your trade in JDST. So my apology for not being able to get to you yesterday. Today actually is the more important day because you've gotten down to a low of 25.86, 25.87 being the daily, 25.83 being the weekly level of support. You are coming down right into a level of strong support. When we get back, there was a question about Mosaic. MOS was the ticker symbol. One of our listeners wanted to go short Mosaic, a stock that's trading at $23.94. We'll take a look at that, but you know how Stevie, what he thinks about stocks that are trading at $23. Kind of tough to short. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back to the show, folks. The chart that is on my screen right now, it's a chart of Mosaic Company. One of our listeners here yesterday was asking if I could take a look at it. My recollection of that email was that he or she was looking at a possible short on this. So this really just boils down to a simple reward risk determination as to whether or not somebody would want to take a short. Now, I said, my feelings towards a $23 stock are in shorting a $23 stock a whole lot different than shorting an $800 stock, right? $23 stock out here. First, is Mosaic going to go out of business? The answer is no, not likely. Nothing would give us that indication out here. And so, in a $23 stock, here is a stock that at one point in time, let's put it on a monthly basis out here. Let's see what it was trading at so we understand what its high potential is. Its high potential is $170. Pretty much the low potential, you would say, out here is, in essence, is where we're trading right now, $21.94, November of 2008. So when I take a look at this has more upside potential than it does downside potential. So that's when I just take a look at a snapshot of the chart. That is what my eyes see, right? So you're always better off shorting a higher valued stock. Now, an ETF, that's a whole different scenario out there. But individual stock-wise, I don't see it from this perspective. Then when we just simply drill down into the daily chart out here, then what we see that sticks out to me are really the green horizontal lines that are on the chart out here. Those are the weekly TAS market profiles. And the reason that it sticks out to me is because if you take a look at that trading session here from August 30th, huge volume inside of Mosaic. No idea what it is that caused that, but there were 21 million shares to the upside out there. Should have been able to at that stage, right? If it was real professional buyers buying at that stage, this should have had the momentum to move to the upside. Sounds like it could have been just the opposite, right? Because it never was able to break above 3110. That was the silent horizontal resistance level. And now what price is doing out here, you're coming right to, well, first you're trading right at the weekly point of control, a level where, quite frankly, buyers and sellers are comfortable out here, which is a price point of $23.84. But just below that is the real support level, right? That's the solid line out here, $22.93. That's your real support level. should be your real support level, somewhere right around that level where Mosaic should find its footing. So to sell it at 23.98 to maybe get 22.93, knowing that your stop has to be somewhere above 26.55 out there for the most part, the top of its daily box, it just doesn't pan out. Instead, I think instead of looking for the short position in Mosaic, you should be looking for the long position inside of Mosaic. There you might actually have the better reward to risk. Now, do we have any signal right this moment that this is a long position? And the answer there is no, we do not. I mean, we can see a couple of hammer candles out here, the trading session from June 1st and the trading session from July 6th. And price is trading below both of those. You at least got to get back up above the hammer candle. Different story as this equity gets to about the 22.93 level. If you're coming down in there with some light volume, I'd rather see you consider taking that trade than the one that you're looking at. Now, today, it won't be today, but in the next couple of days, we might actually get a TD combo count out there, a 13 count, and that could be a level of where you would find some type of signal for a bottom out here. Now, if you're gonna see that bottom, if you were going to take it right now today, you'd need to see it close sometime in the next week or so above 25.06, and that's that oscillator and change line. You get a close above that, then you would be cooking with a good olive oil to the upside versus coconut oil. Not that that's bad to cook with either, but I don't even know if there was even any humor in there. I don't think there was. So the conclusion here with Mosaic, I don't see the short. I don't see the reward to risk is really what I should say out there. I see a better reward to risk to the upside when we get some type of reversal signal inside of ticker symbol MOS. That is a Mosaic out there. Now, we got the Dow's off 8, the SO. We got kind of a flat day out here, but we do have information with regard to what the markets did earlier in the day, what it is that we want to pay attention to, and let's go take a look at those levels out here. Let's start off with, really, we have to start off with the big dog, right? And the big dog out here that is barking is the Nasdaq, the NQ. And, and today, this morning, the little push lower that we saw earlier, this is the daily chart, by the way, that is up on my screen out here. Yesterday, we saw price push with volume, by the way. We saw price push higher with volume, get back up above Stevie's red line out there. Is that important? It's absolutely important. It is very important to you out there. And then today, that is a level, by the way, should have been resistance, failed as resistance. You know it failed as resistance when it can act as support. And right now, we've seen today where it has acted as support. Now, what is going to be important is going to be the actual close. So the actual price out here, I'll go ahead and give that to you. Of course, it's going to change by, a few pennies during the day out here, but it's 48.52.59. You're at 48.55. It's not like you're above it in a huge way. The bottom line is price pulled back, tested it, rejected it thus far. What does that say? That says we go inside the NQ and we make a new high. I don't know when. I don't know if it's tomorrow, today, if it is Friday, if it is Monday out there. But it says that price wants to go make a new high. Only a failure, a close below that line, would get you and I thinking maybe otherwise out there. We'd have to see a couple of other things. And I heard you say, well, what would those couple of other things be, Steve-O? And one of those other things would be we'd have to see that VIX Index go ahead and get above its own level of resistance, that level of resistance being none other than its 50-day exponential moving average out there. And right now, that is not what the case is. It is trading below that level, which is 1388. You're trading right now at 1315. Is that important? It's important to me. It might not be important to you. It should be important to you. Why? Because when you trade below it, it says there is plenty of liquidity. That's right. Plenty of liquidity in the market for, I don't care whether it's light volume or heavy volume. You got liquidity, its money is going to chase something. It'll go ahead and chase the NQ to the upside out here. It also continue to chase the ES to the upside. So the key levels to be watching, I gave you the red line inside of the NQ. Now you've got a red line inside of Stevie's chart out here on the VIX Index. Those two levels have to fail. In this case here, the VIX has to close above that. The NQ has to close below it before you would get a, I'll use that term, synergistic message that things could start cruising to the downside. We do not have that as we speak right now. What else would we need to see? What other failures must be out there? Well, the New York Stock Exchange, right now at 1:26 p.m., it has enough advancing issues, net advancing issues, what I should say, to move its oscillator, that's the bottom panel, above zero. That is when the bulls are the ones that actually are in charge. I don't know how this is going to end at the close of today's trading. How do you like that? I got past not saying at the end of the day. Yeah, that was pretty smooth, I thought. Inside the Nasdaq Composite, though, it's a little different message out here. It's not above the zero line. What's it mean? It just means neutral. That's all. It means neutral as we speak right now. The Dow, by the way, is above the zero line as well. So, I know people hate to see this or say what the market has been good for, really, just good for lately. It's called intraday trading. That's what it's been good for. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow has just turned slightly positive. The S&P is down a point. Composites off 6 points. Russell is basically flat out here. Have a request from a caller in Tampa. I believe they couldn't stay on the line, but they wanted me to take a look at SPGI, which is S&P Global Inc. Now, unfortunately, I'm not familiar with that, but I want to just see if we can figure out what in the Sam heck SPGI, what that actually emulates or represents. I don't know if this is going to pop up. No, I got a not applicable, which is not a good sign. Let me switch over here to my awesome search engine and see SPGI, see if I can get anything better on that out here. Okay, go ahead, take me to Yahoo Finance. Just looking to see what the top 10 holdings or so would be inside of it. Oh, that's right. And let's see, whole historical analysis profile. I'll just go with profile out here. Maybe it'll tell me exactly what it represents. And that's really what you need to do with any of these ETFs out here. And unfortunately, that's not. Oh, there we go. So let's see. I'm reading. I don't want to read. I don't want to bore you with what I'm reading. I also don't want to pause like there's. I don't even see the description. The description doesn't even help me out a whole heck of a lot out here. Holders. I don't know. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take a look at it. But here's the deal. I wouldn't be trading this unless I understood what was really inside it, at least, what the top 10 holdings are. So my apology for not being able to get that for you. But if we just take a look at it, let's just put this on a little longer term basis first. So we'll go put it on the monthly chart out here. Nothing wrong with this. This thing is up at its, so S&P Global Inc. So I don't know, is this just international? Global would seem to be international, but what international companies? Well, whoever it is, whatever companies are inside this, these dividend, what's inside here? There's nothing bearish about the monthly chart, that's for sure. Forget about the profiles that are out there. So that looks pretty good. You're up at high, so it looks better than the Nasdaq out here. If I take a look at the daily, one thing that I do know here, I'll put this other chart up on my screen for you. We do know that it was reaching for new highs out here and doing it with less energy. And, we've got, it's a stock, and he's on the phone. Great. Okay. Hello?
Yes.
I think you have your radio turned down or something. You'll have to turn down that volume. Otherwise, that feedback isn't going to work.
All right. No, I was watching TV, so.
Okay.
Right.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So SPGI, that is who is?
What does it do? It does give you the rating on the bonds, rating research on the stocks. It gives S&P 500 companies. It is a research company and competition of Moody's.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Okay. And are you long this? Tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm long. I just want to see should I get out of it or hold it.
Wow. Have you been long this equity for a while?
Yeah.
Hey, can I first say congratulations on that?
Thank you.
Okay, and because hey, what a nice move this thing has had. So if you've been in it for a while, the only caution sign that I will take a look at, I'll share with you, is if we take a look at, I put it to the weekly time frame since you've been into it for a while, and if I come back to the lows that were made this February, down at in this case here was the week that ended February 5th. If we do just simply a Chapman wave count to the upside, last week you got to a seventh wave. It's a letter G that is on my chart right now. And it was a bearish reversal signal, a shooting star. So on a intermediate type time frame, that doesn't mean that this is a sell. It just means be cautious out here. Only if we were to see a close below what I refer to as the oscillator unchanged line, which is priced right now at 124.21, would I then consider this to be some type of sell signal? So you're at 126.78. Can you handle a $2.50 risk on this to continue to ride this to the upside possibly?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I would not be looking at selling this until we were to see a close below that line. You can see as well, coming off of the lows here on a weekly basis from that bottom in February, that prices held this all with the exception of 1 week, which was back on June the 25th. So it's a real solid line of support for you. The daily, suggests that it's possible that this thing could pull back because it was moving higher with less energy, and that was on September 23rd. But we never really received a bearish reversal signal. So I just have to say, hey, kudos. Nice trade. I wish you had called months ago when you had gotten into this thing. So I don't see a reason to get out. Does that now? I will also give you one other figure to focus on or pay attention to, and it might be a little bit less than what I gave you on the weekly chart. And that would be 121.83. And that is the daily TAS market profile. As long as price holds that level, its message is also to go ahead and stay in this equity, SPGI. All righty?
Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks. Thank you. And congratulations on a great...
I should have followed your charts lesson, which I took at webinar,
Well, that's okay. Hey, listen, thanks so much. Thanks for calling. Thanks for calling back. Really appreciate it.
All right.
All righty. Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Brent, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you for taking the call, Steve. How are you?
My pleasure. I'm doing very well. And you're out. Are you inside? Are you already in the trade for rig, which is Transocean Limited?
I am. I actually called Basil last week. I got into Noble, NE, and also rig last week. So I'm in both of them with 1,000 shares each. Rig I bought at 880, and Noble I bought at 520. And I just... So far, they're looking pretty good. I did notice to look at the volume was looking pretty good today, maybe a little higher than typical, at least at this point. So I just wanted to get your opinion. And my thinking when I bought them is I wanted something I'd like to hang on to for, at least intermediate term, and I'd like it to be as long as possible, really. I think they have the potential to maybe be a decent bottom on both these stocks. So I just wanted you to take a look and get your opinion, please. Sure,
no problem. So when you were taking a look at getting into this equity, because I don't see really the completion necessarily of any one specific pattern out here, were you looking at a test of a swing point perhaps on lighter volume, or what were you? Was it a daily chart you were looking at, just to get a feel for, were you looking at, for example, the swing from May, where you had 12 million shares and you were testing it with, it was being tested with a stronger volume, or was it because of commodities? Or give me a feel for what else what were you looking at? What was a trigger in your mind?
On rig, it was a combination of things. Yeah, it did have to do with oil in general.
Okay.
Had to do with the fact that on that one, to me, it had pretty much done if you take from that top at 13, went down to about roughly 10, so about a $3 move. And then you take from 1150 down to about 850. That to me was the completion of a pattern. So, and that was also if you go all the way back on the longer term, I want to say it was either a 618 or a 786. We'd have to go back and look again. It's been a while, it's a bit bothersome.
No problem. Hey, do me a favor. Hold on through this break. We'll come back out to you. We'll take a look at Transocean Limited. RIG is the ticker symbol. We'll be right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry, powered by the acclaimed with TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, Brent, do you like, did you ever see the movie National Treasure?
I have.
You have? Okay, well, because you are our Ben Gates. He's the guy that he's the character in that movie, that is able to read clues, right? And you are our clue meister for the markets out here. And sometimes, when if you've ever watched that movie, folks, National Treasure, in order to find the treasures, you've got to look in more than one place, right? You've got to take a look at charts and different time frames out here. And that's what I did during the breakout here. I went to the weekly time frame to see what kind of signal that we could find out here. And there's really a couple of them because, and you also said, hey, you'd like to hold on to this as an intermediate or longer term time frame holding. And that is really the message, Brent, that I see that comes from the weekly chart. So let me describe for the folks the clues that I'm sure you were taking a look at. And the first clue, folks, is that, ideally you like to buy something that pulls all the way back to a breakout level. And in the case of rig out here, what you really like to see is as something is coming to the downside, the real indication that buyers want in is you'll see a sign of strength. Well, in the case of rig, it's undeniable that the sign of strength took place the week that began February 29, 2016. Huge, wide-ranging bar out here, widest that it has seen in a long time, and had accelerated volume to the upside. So the nice thing about rig is that as it was pulling all the way back, it's taken a long time to do that, but as it was pulling all the way back into that breakout area, the volume, by the way, was 83 million shares the week before, and last week you were at 80 million shares. So, it's testing it on lighter-ish type volume out there, but certainly coming back into a breakout area on much lighter volume, which was 123 million shares. So to the extent that you've caught the bottom, you certainly have caught this at the right time. Now, the other thing, because you are the Ben Gates out here, you probably attended my last workshop where you and we took a look at some of the Tom DeMark counts that are out there, which oftentimes can help us to identify a market that either pauses or is getting ready to reverse. And one of the counts that's easy for each of us to do is the 9 count instead of the 10 count if we were boxing out here. And it's the 9 count that actually went ahead and confirmed here last week. So, and this week right now as we speak, as 144, you've got a nice bullish reversal signal. The weekly basis, we're above the oscillator on change line. You and I know that that's a tool that I added to Tom DeMark's system because that really gave me the signal that the market was ready to turn in the opposite direction, in this case, to the upside out here. So what that says is that, you should be able to, if this truly is the bottom, you should be able to ride this all the way back up at least into the swing point area of about $12, maybe more than that, as this thing identifies or changes trends. The other thing, folks, that this did is if we just use simple trend line analysis, you can see the descending trend line, which was broken. Prices come back, it tests that trend line. Now we're really getting that rejection out here. So that's, Brett, what I see in the weekly chart. So I'll say kudos to you as well. If I go back down to the daily chart and we take a look at some areas of resistance that you might see along the drive on the way up here, you're probably going to hit one at about $9.79, which is the weekly center of its box out here. And unfortunately, it's neither closer to the top or the bottom. It's kind of equally distributed. So it doesn't really give us a signal as to whether that's going to be really strong resistance. More likely, the range where you'll see initial resistance is $9.79 to $10. And then above that, you're looking at about 10.31 or so. No reason really to get out. I like the trade. I like the analysis that you did on it. And you're just gonna have some speed bumps along the way. Once you clear 1062, then you ought to have an easier ride on the way up into that 13-ish type dollar area. So that's what I see as I take a look at it right now.
That's great, Steve. Yeah, I'm just it took patience to even get to where I could buy it. And I think I might have just missed that AV equals CD, but it was so close, and there was other things I was watching. It's always a little risky to take the position at that point, but you just have to monitor it closely.
So. Yeah, maybe so, but you and I know that, and as extraordinary as the A to B equals CD tool is, we also have to recognize that the real purpose of that tool, it's an electronic ruler, so to speak, that helps us to project price. Doesn't mean that price is ever going to hit, the level or the levels that we associate with that. So instead, you become aware of it, and you're aware of other patterns that are going on out there. And I don't think you are the guy that tries to buy the very bottom tick. Not that you wouldn't like to, but I don't really think that's a part of your decision making, is it?
No, and I think that's the benefit of, thanks to you and Basil and everybody, there's all these other tools and techniques that we can kind of combine to give us the best probability of a trade working has been so beneficial. And I appreciate your work, and like I said, Basil and Larry and just everybody. And I try to put them all together, and I think as much as we can try to, use to confirm what we're trying to do, it's going to be to our benefit and everybody's benefit who's trying to do it.
Yeah, you have to, because not each equity symbol, commodity, currency, whatever it is we look at, are going to trigger a entry or an exit based on any one individual's system. So using multiple type systems is helpful, as long as we don't let it cloud our judgment. And look, the most critical aspect of trading or investing, it does not boil down to the entry or the exit. It boils down to the position size. And where individual traders get in trouble is they have a larger position than they should. And as long as we don't do that, as long as we use stops, as long as we have a trading plan, we're going to be able to be in this game for a long, long time. And that's what matters. So I say kudos to you. Looks like another great trade. And thanks for passing that along to all of our listeners. I think there's others that are going to go ahead and, take a look at that as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Steve. Always appreciate your help, and you just have a great day, okay?
I will do that. You do the same. That was Brent in Martinez, California. I think the other equity that Brent was looking at was Noble Corp. Shoot, I thought it was DE. I should have asked him. Maybe somebody in the den will go ahead and post it in for me, and then we'll know it's not. That's John Deere. That I should have. Hello, just hit me. DO. Okay, DO is Noble Corp. DO. There we go. That's Diamond Offshore. So close. NE. There we go. Nothing like having wing men and wing women, watching your back. There we go. So NE, Noble Corp. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one, even though Brent didn't ask about. This is the daily chart for it as well. Let me on my other system, just for the heck of it, let me go ahead and put that out there as well, which has other tools and other indicators that, when they pop up, I certainly share them. I share everything with you out here. It doesn't. Let's do the same thing with regard to Noble Corp and just take a look at the weekly. Now, here's an equity Here's an equity that had its breakout, and price is well below that breakout area. Talk about accelerated volume, wide-ranging bar, just like we took a look at inside RIG. That was February 29th. That had 81 million shares to the downside. So looks like maybe this has made a Fibonacci expansion, which I'll take a look at as we go into the breakout here. But when we come back, we're going to go take a look at Noble Corp as well, and anything else that you'd like. Of course, you've got to give me a call, 877-927-6648, by email, steve@tfnn.com. We'll be right back, folks.
If you're looking to discover a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market Safe Focused Commodity CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 6 equally weighted commodities, including gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With annual pricing caps of 50% per component, you could earn up to a 50% upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this financial resource designed to grow with the times. The October 13th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the 3 hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Join David Dwight as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
Well, as we head into our last segment here, the chart on the screen is for Noble Corp, and this is the monthly chart for Noble Corp. Now, when this thing had found its most recent base, which takes us back into the year 1998. Yeah, 1998. This is about the price level where it found that bottom. So it is trading all the way back to 1998. Now, as it has been doing that, this is a monthly chart that we have up on our screen. I'll go ahead and I'll post this one up here. You're going to see that price had been moving or has been moving lower with less relative energy. That's when the rubber band stretches either to the upside or the downside. In this case here, to the downside. It stretches, it stretches, it stretches, it stretches. It does it with less relative energy out there. And that's when you can find your biggest moves to the upside or the downside. In this case here, to the upside. Now, you'll want to see in this case here on a monthly basis, could occur this week, may not, but $6.16 would be the first number that I'd be looking to see a close above. Really what I'd be looking for is next week to have some type of bullish reversal signal. Could be this week as well, but some type, well, it's a monthly chart. What the heck am I talking about? It would have to be today's the 28th, have to be this week, right? So I don't know that we're going to get it right now. You've got a doji candle, which at lows, as dojis mean basically diddly to me as the market is moving lower. They just don't have the same meaning as when price is moving higher. It's a fear. It's based on fear, which is a stronger emotion than greed. And as price is moving up, you start to get more fear. Now, if you're in a bad side of the trade on the way down, that's a whole different scenario. But with regard to candlestick signals and their meaning, dojis don't mean anything to me. It just means indecision, if anything else. Now, you want to see indecision, right, when you're coming back into a potential level of support out here. So we know price is moving lower, doing less relative energy. So that is a potential positive. The monthly chart, we don't have that reversal signal just yet. What we also like to see, if we switch over to daily charts, right, as you come off of bottoms, you like to see signs of strength out here. And you did have a small sign of strength on September 8th, 19 million shares to the upside. Unfortunately, it gave it right back the very next day. We saw another little sign of strength out here, 15 million shares on September 21st. So there are some folks along with Brent that are trying to feel out a bottom here. If we turn on our daily profiles, this is priced right now at 575, if I didn't mention that. If we take a look at our daily profiles out here, we're going to see that it is right now trying to break above a weekly profile. The last time it did that was back on September the 8th. If this can start closing above daily profiles, right now they're priced out at 571, that is a positive message. What would that say? That says it really needs to go above 582, the weekly center of the box, and that will go ahead and should give free and clear sailing to a price objective of 678. What we're really looking for here, Brent, or any of you that are trading Noble, is you're looking for the next daily profile to appear. Those are the blue lines going on my chart here. You're looking for the next profile to appear above the low. You want to see the bottom of that box appear below the low of the previous profile, and you want to see the top of the new box, should one form, above the top of the old box. Once you start seeing that little stair-step program, then that tells you that we have begun to see a change in trend inside of this equity. So, folks, we're almost at the end of our session out here, but no fret, because we've got our favorite polar bear, yours and mine, Mr. David White. He's going to be up next. He'll give you his take on the markets. And then we've got the Tom O'Brien show from 3 to 5. And then we start that whole day again tomorrow. So not a lot inside the marketplace. I will tell you in summary, the signals are that the market wants to continue moving higher. And what that really says, you should anticipate that the NQ, you should anticipate that the QQQ series, they're going to go take out their old highs. Maybe then we have a tradable top. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you on Terrific Thursday, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
You're watching Tiger TV.